Hello everyone, greetings for the day. Welcome back to Suryansi Learning Classes. Today we'll discuss about 10 important questions for ISTQB Certified Tester Foundation Level Exam. So let's begin. Regression testing should be performed V every week, W after the software has changed, X as often as possible, Y when the environment has changed, Z when the project manager says. The options are A. V and W are true, X to Z are false. B. W, X and Y are true, V and Z are false. C. W and Y are true, V, X and Z are false. D. W is true, V, X, Y and Z are false. Or E. All of the above are true. And the right answer is option C. W and Y are true, V, X and Z are false. Explanation: regression testing should be performed when new functionalities are added to the application, when there is a change requirement, when there is a defect fix, when there is a performance issue fix, when there is an environment change. IEEE 829 test plan documentation standard contains all of the following except A. Test items, B. Test deliverables, C. Test task, D. Test environment, or E. Test specification. And the right answer is option E. Test specification. Explanation: IEEE 829 test plan documentation standard contains a test plan, includes test plan identifier, introduction, test items, features to be tested, test deliverables, responsibilities, staffing and more, which allows testers as well as other members of the project to get a clear understanding of the whole testing process. Order numbers on a stock control system can range between 10,000 and 99,999 inclusive. Which of the following inputs might be a result of designing tests for only valid equivalence classes and valid boundaries? A. 1000, 5000, 99,999. B. 9,999, 50,000, 1 lakh. C. 10,000, 50,000, 99,999. D. 10,000, 99,999. E. 9,999, 10,000, 50,000, 99,999 and 10,000. And the right answer is option C. 10,000, 50,000, 99,999. Explanation: as per the question, valid boundary values are 10,000 and 99,999. Valid equivalence class could be any number between 10,000 and 99,999. Based on given options, 50,000 is a number between 10,000 and 99,999. Hence the right answer is 10,000, 50,000, 99,999. Consider the following statements about early test design. First, early test design can prevent fault multiplication. Second, faults found during early test design are more expensive to fix. Third, early test design can find faults. Fourth, early test design can cause changes to the requirements. Fifth, early test design takes more effort. And the options are A. First, third and fourth are true. 2 and 5 are false. B. 3 is true. 1, 2, 4 and 5 are false. C. 3 and 4 are true. 1, 2 and 5 are false. D. 1, 3, 4 and 5 are true. Second is false. And the last is 1 and 3 are true. 2, 4 and 5 are false. And the right answer is option A. 1, 3 and 4 are true, 2 and 5 are false. Explanation: early test design can prevent fault multiplication, find faults, cause changes to the requirements. Which of the following is not part of configuration management? A. Status accounting of configuration items. B. Auditing conformance to ISO 9001. C. Identification of test versions. D. Record of changes to documentation over time. Or E. Control library access. And the right answer is option B. Auditing conformance to ISO 9001. Explanation: configuration management is a discipline applying technical and administrative direction and surveillance to identify and document the functional and physical characteristics of a configuration item, control changes to those characteristics, record and report change, processing and implementation status, and verify compliance with specific requirements. Which of the following is the main purpose of integration strategy for integration testing in small? A. To ensure that all of the small modules are tested adequately. B. To ensure that the system interfaces to other systems and networks. C. To specify which modules to combine when and how many at once. D. To ensure that the integration testing can be performed by a small team. Or E. To specify how the software should be divided into modules. And the right answer is option C. To specify which modules to combine when and how many at once. Explanation: integration strategy stands for how individual modules will be combined during integration testing. The individual modules can be combined in one go or they can be joined one by one. A decision on how to put the pieces together is called the integration strategy. There are three strategies. First, Big Bang. Second, top-down integration. And third, bottom-up integration. What is the purpose of test completion criteria in a test plan? A. To know when a specific test has finished its execution. B. To ensure that the test case specification is complete. C. To set the criteria used in generating the test inputs. Or D. To know when the test planning is complete. Or E. To plan when to stop testing. And the right answer is option E. To plan when to stop testing. Explanation: the purpose of test completion criteria is to decide or plan when to stop the testing activity. Since testing can never be done 100%, it is important to plan the test completion criteria. Below can be some of the criteria for test completion. Maximum or some defined percent of test coverage completed. There are no showstoppers, issues, and no critical defects. The bugs, if any, are only low priority or have been agreed upon by stakeholders to be fixed in next releases or patches. Consider the following statements. First, an incident may be closed without being fixed. Second, incident may not be raised against documentation. Third, the final stage of incident tracking is fixing. Fourth, the incident record does not include information on test environments. Fifth, incidents should be raised when someone other than author of the software performs the test. And the options are A. 2 and 5 are true, 1, 3 and 4 are false. B. 1 and 5 are true, 2, 3 and 4 are false. C. 1, 4 and 5 are true, 2 and 3 are false. D. 1 and 2 are true, 3, 4 and 5 are false. Or E. 1 is true, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are false. And the right answer is option B. 1 and 5 are true, 2, 3 and 4 are false. Explanation: an incident may be closed without being fixed. Incidents should be raised when someone other than the author of the software performs the test. Given the following code, which is true about the minimum number of test cases required for full statement and branch coverage, read P, read Q. If P plus Q is greater than 100, then print large. And if P is greater than 50, then print P large and F. And the options are A, 1 test case for statement coverage, 3 for branch coverage, B, 1 test for statement coverage, 2 for branch coverage, C, 1 test case for statement coverage, 1 for branch coverage, D, 2 tests for statement coverage, 3 for branch coverage, or E, 2 tests for statement coverage, 2 for branch coverage. And the right answer is option B, 1 test for statement coverage, 2 for branch coverage. Explanation: to calculate statement coverage, find out the shortest number of paths following which all the nodes will be covered. That is, here by traversing through path 1A, 2C, 3D, E, 4G, 5H, all the nodes are covered. So the statement coverage in this case is 1. To calculate branch coverage, find out the minimum number of paths which will ensure covering of all the edges by following paths 1A, 2C, 3D, E, 4G, 5H, and 1A, 2B, E, 4F ensure covering of all the edges. Hence, the branch coverage is 2. Given the following, switch PC on Start Outlook. If Outlook appears, then send an email, close Outlook. A, 1 test for statement coverage, 1 for branch coverage. B, 1 test for statement coverage, 2 for branch coverage. C, 1 test for statement coverage, 3 for branch coverage. D, 2 tests for statement coverage, 2 for branch coverage. Or E, 2 tests for statement coverage, 3 for branch coverage. And the right answer is option B, 1 test for statement coverage, 2 for branch coverage. Explanation: to calculate statement coverage, find out the shortest number of paths following which all the nodes will be covered. So the statement coverage in this case is 1. That is, switch PC on, start Outlook. If Outlook appears, send an email, close Outlook. To calculate branch coverage, find out minimum number of paths which will ensure covering all the edges. Hence branch coverage is 2. That is, switch PC on, start Outlook. If Outlook appears, that yes or no. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Stay tuned and we are going to add few more videos related to ISTQB. So keep watching our videos and keep learning. Until then, take care. Goodbye.